Hi, and welcome. I'm Lauren Taub Cohen and the creator of Living Fully. So, in this guided exercise, I wanted to create something that really honors and respects how difficult it can be to listen to those inner red flags, that inner feel of, ugh, that felt off, or, that didn't feel quite right. Because it sounds easy to do, and can be very challenging to do, especially if we're feeling a sense of being understood, of finally feeling heard, seen, and understood. When there's that possibility of connection, it makes sense that we may push past those inner red flags because that desire to connect and feel connected to is so understandably strong and for good reason. You might just take a moment to see if what I'm saying resonates with you. And so if you find yourself wanting to push past those red flags, this exercise will invite you to turn towards that place in you, that part of you that's wanting you to push those red flags out of sight, out of mind. Because it's probably doing that for some good reason. Yeah. So, how about we give this a go, see what comes for you? And of course, if anything I offer doesn't fit or feel right, please do what would. So, just taking some time to get comfortable where you are, making any adjustments. And feel free to adjust as we go. Feel free to pause this recording if you need more time. So, just as a way of starting, letting awareness come more and more to your whole body as it is here and now. Feeling the support that you're sitting upon. And maybe even noticing where your body meets and receives that support. And feeling the support beneath your hands. Even the texture of what your hands may be resting upon. And feeling the support beneath your feet. And just allowing your body to be as it is, feel as it does. And feeling your breathing. And allowing your breath to be just as it is, however it is. If you like, you might notice what already feels open, flowing, pleasant, even just a bit. And acknowledging any areas or places that don't feel like that. They're welcome too. Letting awareness come more and more into that whole inner area of your body, including your throat, and chest, stomach, and belly. And just taking some time to notice the mood that's there or the weather within. It may come with words or sensations, mix of both, none at all. Just noticing how you are in this moment. Maybe even saying hello to what's there, hello to that mood, that feel. And if what's there needs your company, feel free to tune me out or pause this recording. And if it does feel right to keep going, I'm guessing that because you're listening to this recording, that there may be a situation that brings about some red flags or a feel that, oh, this is off. And mixed in with that, there may be such excitement and hopefulness and joy. So it may feel messy, like a whole mix. Maybe it's related to a career opportunity or a relationship with someone or the possibility of a relationship with someone. And just letting the feel of that situation come freshly. And as it comes freshly, you may notice a body feel mixed in with that, like heaviness or a tingling, clenching, knottedness. And just sensing if there's a body feel that comes with that whole situation. And then, sensing if mixed in with that feel of what's here or what's coming are some red flags. Kind of, ooh, that doesn't feel right. Or, oh, that feels a little off. Maybe it's like a zing of, huh, maybe a sound effect more than words or sensations. And if you find yourself almost like wanting to push those red flags and zings away, kind of like, out of sight, out of mind, or if you feel there's a kind of, yeah, urgency, Urgency may be too strong of a word, but a desire to just keep going in that direction despite the red flags and the zings and the, oh, this feels off. We can get curious. And you might sense if there's something in you that is worried, that maybe doesn't want you to pay attention to these red flags. And so just checking for yourself if, yeah, there's something in you that doesn't want you to pay attention to these red flags. And if so, just saying hello to it. You could say inwardly or out loud, hello, I know you're there. We're just trying to get to know it better. We're not trying to convince it to change its mind or opinion. Not at all. And so after saying to it, hello, I know you're there, maybe get a feel for where it is. That could be an odd invitation, but you might sense it's a little off to your right or out in front or up by your head. So you're just sensing if, yeah, you can get a feel for where this one is that's not wanting you to pay attention or see those red flags. And then just sensing if it's worried. Sensing if it's worried about what might happen if you do see those red flags. So just sensing if it's worried and allowing what comes to come. My guess is that it probably is worried. So I'm going with that assumption, but of course, stay true to you and your experience. Maybe the word worried actually doesn't quite fit for you, and that's okay. Go with the words that do fit for you. And so if you sense it's worried, the next invitation is to sense what it's not wanting you to experience or go through if you see those red flags. I'll say that again. You might sense what it's not wanting you to experience or go through if you see those red flags, if you pay attention to them. Maybe it's not wanting a possibility to end. Or a disappointment of some kind. If something comes, then checking back with it to see if you got that right. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, maybe there's more. And I have a couple more invitations. So see if it would feel right to continue. And if not, totally honoring your body's pace and knowing. So feel free to tune me out. So we can go a step further, and you might sense what it's not wanting you to feel if that happens. So if what came for me is it's not wanting me to experience kind of an end of a possibility, I'm sensing what it's not wanting me to feel if that happens, if there's an end to this possibility. What it's not wanting you to feel may come in words like despair, collapsing, heaviness. And it may also come in sensations. Like for me, what came was like, you know, my posture changed, like a sinking. It's not wanting me to feel kind of sinking, deflating. Yeah, so check the word that comes or the description that comes back with that place, that one, to see if you got that right. And sensing what it's not wanting you to feel. And let it know you hear that. You can say inwardly or out loud, yeah, I really get you're not wanting me to feel deflated, rejected, punctured. And it may even show you what it's not wanting you to feel or experience with images. Yeah. Like being like a little critter being stepped on. Or memories may come, like it's not wanting you to feel that again or go through that again. Yeah, and checking back with it to see if it's feeling a bit more understood. If it feels right, you might even say to it, no wonder you don't want me to pay attention to those red flags. You don't want me to feel rejected. No wonder. And see if it would feel right to sense what it wants for you, what it hopes you'll feel or experience. Sensing what it's wanting for you. And what comes may be more of what it's not wanting for you. So if that happens, that's okay. That's what needs to be gotten, needs to be understood. So we're not forcing anything. We're sensing and just allowing what comes to come. So sensing what it's wanting for you, what it's wanting you to feel or experience. Maybe it's wanting you to feel a connection, It's wanting you to feel this kind of bubbly spontaneity and aliveness, giddiness, brightness. If something comes, then let it know you hear that, you get that. You may even feel some of that, some bubbliness or giddiness. In a few moments, we'll look for a comfortable stopping place, but not yet. There's still time to be with this one. Maybe checking back with it to see if it's feeling a bit more understood, a bit more gotten. And also noticing how it feels in your own body. If this process brought about any shifts of some kind. And if you do notice a pleasant shift, even a small one, like a bit more space or a little more ease, openness, just taking some time to savor that. The way of ending, maybe thanking the one you've been with, inviting it to stay with you even after this exercise, if that feels right. Thanking your whole body or your body's process or what came into awareness. And at your own pace and at your own time, coming back to the room you're in, the space you're in, and taking some time to look around the room you're in, the space you're in. Allowing your body to make any movements or adjustments it might like to make. And if you feel called to share any part of what came for you in this exercise, feel free to do so in the comment section or email me directly. Questions are welcome too. And I'll also put a link to this week's newsletter that goes with this exercise. So, bye bye for now. See you soon.